Hey guys, today is February 14th, 2018, and this is your daily episode blog number 36. Today, I wanted to go over my profit trailer and do a review of after 14 days of usage. Um, there's a lot of people out there that's skeptical about profit trailer. This is an honest review of profit trailer and how it has worked for me. Okay, so yeah, let's just go ahead and show you everything. Let's be as transparent as possible and give you all the details. All right. So my profit trailer as of right now, if we take a look at the dashboard, we are at 1187 in BTC. Total current value, if I liquidate everything into BTC. Now there's some dust that I cannot sell into BTC, but if you look, it's not that much on the right hand side right here. So overall, I'm looking okay. It has made me money and almost paid for the bot in roughly 14 days with only $1,000 invested into it. So the whole project cost me about actually a little bit more. It cost me about $1,500 at the time. And I am now at $1,100. So I'll discuss a little bit more about that. So I did some numbers real quick. I started in the bot itself, in my Binance application, I only had 0.0998 BTC, okay? Today, and this is around Jan 28, give or take, okay? Today, as of February 14th, I am at, and happy Valentine's, I am at $1,121 because I have increased my BTC level. That's almost a 20% gain, guys. 20% in 14 days. Okay. Some other things I sort of wrote down here. I had roughly about 17 days of usage, and 4 to 6 of those days were outages because one that was key was the 48-hour Binance. It was down for 48 hours in Binance. I slept really well when it was down. Funny as that sounds. You expect the bot to be doing all your trades for you, and you know you can sleep on it, but in reality you care about it more because it's doing something, while when you're holding coins, you're just holding, right? You're just holding. You're set. You put a mindset, I'm holding this for the long term. I'm not going to trade it too often. You don't need to look at it every day. You need to look at it every once in a while at most, right? But the bot obviously makes a lot of trades, and you want to just make sure you babysit it so it doesn't make any crazy mistakes. I don't look at it too much as I used to. I have been looking at less and less and less. So that's the good news, and I've been sleeping a lot better because of it. So we had roughly about 4 to 6 days of outages because of this issue here. When I used version 12, 14, and 15, nothing was working. And when I went into CryptoGnome's Discord channel, everyone was saying, yeah, use 0.11 or 0.10. Is the most solid one to work with. So I've been using 0.11 and it's been working fine, and it just works nonstop. So anybody that has problems, I know there were some comments on my YouTube channel saying that, hey, you know, I used your VPS subscription, or excuse me, I signed up with AWS. I put my instance in AWS, but my profit trailer stops working after a certain amount of time. Most likely the issue is you're on a version that's not fully flushed out in bugs. So just wait for the new version. I'm still waiting for version 16. I really want to see some really cool new capabilities, especially with Telegram. And I want to see like a daily update. I don't really care about my buys and sells. I want to just see a daily update of what my bot has done for that day, so I could get an idea. So that's profit trailer. Let's go ahead and do a deeper dive into my configuration settings. And I'll go ahead and show you this. This is the dust values from Binance. You could actually increase this if you want, but this is what I have here. This is straight from their Wikipedia page. Curious for some people that don't know what a dust value is, if a coin reaches this much or less, or excuse me, is less than this much in BTC, is considered dust and not tradable. Binance requires you to have at least 0.002 worth of a coin to trade it. So it has to be like roughly $20 worth. Actually, probably $17 worth to trade it. Okay, so that's what that means there. So if you look here, you see all my dust that I have. Yeah, so it really does. It's not that much. And if any of these things come out of dust because the value increased, this has to reach 10 times the value, or I need 10 times more amount. So I need 0.08, then it could come out of dust. Dust accumulates based upon the bot buying and selling, and sometimes it can't sell the whole amount, so it becomes dust. Like this one here, VeChain, and that's a Binance problem I talked about in a previous video. Moving on to the pairs, because I think this is where everyone really wants to know, hey, how are you doing your pairs? So I am doing the EME spread strategy. I am at negative 0.6. I think that's a very conservative value compared to most people out there. I think the defaults are buying at what, negative 0.5. I'm a little bit more conservative off of that, and if you look at some other people's trading bots, they actually have that value even more. So more aggressive, meaning the number's lower. So like that, with a trailing buy of 0.2. I personally modify this every now and then. I go all the way up to 0.8, and sometimes I go up to 0.9. 0.8 is like shit's selling like crazy. So remember when BTC was going down to 0.6 or 6,000, everything was on sale, and my bot was wanting to buy everything that was there. Like literally everything that was on the market, it was wanting to buy because everything was dropping in price. So I had to reduce that, and I want to make sure my bot always has a few things to buy, at most one thing to buy at any given time. Okay, so I tweak this number to what I feel like the market is. So as well as how many pairs and DCAs I'm holding. So if you look here in my pairs, as well as in my DCA, so I'm holding about 5 or 6 coins right now. Let's go back to the configuration, go back to pairs. Some of the coins I have blacklisted or put something a little bit harsher on the buys, even though I don't like ZRX, which is the OX token. Actually, I should like it a little bit more compared to a lot of the other projects out there. It's a better project for sure, but I don't like ZRX at this time, so I have it at negative 0.7. Same thing with DGD. I don't like the project so much, so I have it at negative 0.1. The projects I do like, ICX, I love it. I have it at negative 0.4. And the projects I'm like shilling for, there's no way this is going to ever fail on me, is ETH and Neo. I have it at negative 0.25, as well as ETH at negative 0.25. So just buy it anytime it has a chance, because it never buys these things. It never does. It will never buy Neo. It will never buy ETH. I don't think I ever saw that, on my logs. So I have to reduce it. I might even just do that, man, because I'm pretty confident in those coins to always come back up if my bot ever buys it. Next thing, let's go ahead with the DCA strategy. This is where I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Just pick some random numbers. I had DCAs that happened like really aggressively before. Didn't like that too much. It went through my balance sometimes because of DCA 5, 6 times, and then I'm like stuck, right? So I only DCA 4 times. Okay, and I'm going to just wait out that coin forever. But here's the big thing for me. I think no one else sort of uses. I don't know who else uses this setting, but I don't want any bags, period. I don't want things to DCA. I really don't want things to DCA. If anything, I want to be able to buy something that my bot, or like based upon the market, I want it to only buy and sell immediately. I want like 30-minute turnaround, if all possible. Buy something and turn it around in 30 minutes because I have dialed in the correct settings for it. So if I buy something that goes into DCA, I want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So if you look at my DCA, it actually speaks about it. If you look, my days is all 0. There's no DCAs here that's past 1 day. So within 24 hours, everything goes away. Now, the bot's only been running consecutively for about 2 days, so 48 hours. I've done a lot of modifications, so I had to wipe out everything. I mean, I corrupted my jar file or my backups. So my bot has been running for a longer time, but if you look at the sell log, it doesn't show that far deep. It only goes back 3 days. Really quickly about, wow, today's been a really good day. We have about 18 sales today, and it's not much, but I'll be slowly increasing this amount once I feel a little bit more comfortable about the bot. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Pairs, everything. Going back to config, oh, and real quick, you guys need to know the indicators associated with my EME spread. My indicators are at what, 5 minutes, at 24 and 10. I definitely want to switch this up. I want to switch this up, and it's tough. I do want to switch it up, but I also want to do turnaround in 30 minutes. So I don't know if this is the best strategy. Like I said, my strategy overall is not to hold something long. It's just so that he buys and sells microtransactions constantly. And even if it doesn't even hit 1%, I want to sell it. Okay, I want to be able to just go, I want to do 100 transactions a day if all possible, 100 buys and sells a day at very, very small amounts. Okay, I mean, that's the dream, right? I don't know if that's going to happen, but that'll be really freaking cool if it does. So that's ProfitTrailer. Overall, everything looks to be good. I just want to quickly go over BTC real quick and sort of what my predictions about BTC is, because BTC is important to know. Everything's tied to BTC, so if BTC does well for us, everything else is going to do well. We're looking pretty good, guys. Just basically looking at the order book, and I try to look at the order book every day. If we look at the order book, and this is the most staggering component associated with it, is that we have 10,000 worth of buys all the way to 6,000. Okay, there's a lot of support going down as if we ever go down. A lot of support, just constantly support, 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 support. On the flip side, we have this huge amount here at 10,000, but that's at the 10,000 price range. So 10,000 all the way to $19,999. We have 5,000 BTC. When I mentioned this is, you know, from 9,000 to 6,000. This is at a spread of 10,000. So if we go into precision mode a little bit more, you can see here, there's no one really selling past the, I guess there's a little bit, but it really isn't that much. If you just look, we got 16,000. We have 11,000 as a big sell point here. And right now, this one's a new one that sort of popped up on the radar. Is BTC might go down at the 9,800 mark. It looks like a lot of people are trying to cash out around the 9,800 mark and then rebuy back in once it hits about 9,000. So that's my take, but I'm still feeling bullish about everything. I'm feeling like it should hit the 11,000. Okay, and there's a big sell at this point here. Going to the charts, we could just take a look real quick. It's looking good. I really don't have much more to say than there's a 200-day moving average, and it's bouncing off of that pretty well. A lot of people use 50-day, 100-day, but the 200's a pretty safe margin, and we're looking pretty good, guys. So BTC, what would, if I was a betting man, what would I do? I would sell at 9,800, buy back in at 9,000, sell at 11,000, buy back in somewhere, anywhere. You know, buy back in somewhere, because I feel like it's going to be a bullish market. Am I comfortable to be that kind of betting man? No, not one bit. I do want to, however, have a little side project where I actually do use USD Tether with Binance and just play around with BTC. Just BTC alone, because BTC moves pretty slowly, and you could try to do your best to buy and sell, and there's so many markets out there, it moves slowly, so it's a little bit easier to predict. So there's not as much volatility because it has a lot more cash inside BTC. But I've been ranting off for a while. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you guys like what I thought about my ProfitTrailer. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and please comment. I read all your comments, and hopefully I could address any comments that you guys have. Oh, last but not least, I just want to give a shout out. Hamilton, thank you so much. He's the one that got me sort of interested in ProfitTrailer feeder. He was talking about how good of earnings he has actually made. And he gave me some screenshots as well as his settings. The settings were incomplete, but still, I get what he's getting at. And based upon this comment, I'm really wanting to go ahead and try out ProfitTrailer feeder. So yeah, let's go make some money, Hamilton. All right, thanks, guys.